Sorry, can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can, David. I can hear you clearly.
Okay, okay, thank you. So just like I said, you just need to keep attending webinars like this. That would really guide you, in knowing your strength and your weakness, and in knowing how to, pick up a career path in the tech space. And that's the essence. I believe that's the essence of this session. Just like the name implies, how to prepare for a data analyst role. And I also prepared a slide which I'll be sharing with us for us to, have that feel as well. But before I do that, I would like us to, just like Tosi previously initiated, I would like us to introduce ourselves. Just your name and what part, or what, let me put it, what career path would you like to take up in tech? So we just know, have a feel and a direction of where we want to. Oh, sorry about that, Marcel. Sorry about that. Okay, just you can just okay, Marcel, you can go ahead. Just your name and the career path in tech you are interested in. Or anyone can go ahead, please. Anyone, yeah.
You can mute your mic and start. Yeah. Master, are you there?
Oh, Marcel, if you're still having network issue, you can still type it out. Yeah, I think we can see it if you type it out. Then
Yes.
someone else to just unmute and go follow up.
Master, you can just type your response while someone else makes use of the mic. Oluwatosin, are you there?
Okay,
Will it be
hello.
okay? Yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Emmanuel. Yeah, please
Okay,
go on.
okay. So I'm interested in data science, and I was intrigued when I saw a meeting like this for data analysis.
Awesome.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Someone else, please.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Oluwatosin.
Yeah, good
Um,
afternoon.
I'm interested in data analysis.
Okay, thank you. That's good. Someone else, please. Okay, if that's all, we'll just yeah, thanks for the guys that responded. If that's
My name is
okay, okay,
Adeniran.
go
My
ahead.
name is Adeniran. I'm interested in business data analysis.
Okay, okay, that's fine. If there's
Chat.
no other person, if there's no other person, let me just you.
Hi, David. David, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we have Marcel. He has responded in the chat section already. He's interested in data analysis as well.
Okay, okay, okay. That's good. That's good. Okay, I believe just to. Okay, I think I saw someone else. Hazan. Good afternoon. I'm an intern analyst. Okay, I think Hazan is interested in data analyst as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I just switched my system now so I can share my screen. Just let me know if you can. Okay, Michael, interested in business data analyst. Okay, that's good. That's very good. Hope you can. Hope you, we guys. Hope you cannot hear me, please. Before I continue.
Yes, we
Yes, we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you for your response again. So I'll just quickly share my screen. So we'll just go straight up to the business of the day. Just let me know if you can see my screen. And trust me, if you're in this tech space, you always be having meetings and you'll be hearing. Let me know if you can hear my screen.
I don't know what's going through my mind some minutes ago.
You'll be hearing it a whole lot because a whole lot of meetings, stand-up meetings, meetings with
Exactly.
stakeholders. But trust me, don't get scared. It's interesting. It's
Yeah, yeah.
interesting. Yeah. I'm sharing it. Let me quickly go.
Okay.
Okay, I believe it's coming up.
Yeah. It's up.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So this is the business of today. Gang, gang, gang. Trust me, I I want to make this thing fun as much as I can. So guys, please work with me. Just like they say, life no suppose hard.
Right.
And
Right.
tech no suppose hard. It's just for us to be able to demystify it for those that are interested, to be able to pick up the interest, give them their first hand hold, and then for them to be able to continue from there. After all, no one is born a pro. I wasn't born a pro. I was also taught. I even came from a very different space. Like, I studied civil engineering, and look at me doing tech. You understand? So it's better to teach it to the interested one, making it fun. Trust me, they will pick
Right.
interest, going through that part. So, just like we mentioned earlier, how to prepare for a data analyst role. That's the first slide. So let me just quickly move to the next slide. Okay. Boom. Okay. Just like we mentioned, data analyst, data analyst. What do we even understand about this data analyst as a role, and what do they even do? Data analyst is the person that does the analysis. The analysis itself, I'm trying to explain, as if I'm explaining to a layman, as if I'm explaining to a 5-year-old. Analysis itself, analysis itself is what the data analyst is doing with the data. Now, what is data? Data could be number, could be name, could be um anything. Like, it could be number or name, or anything you can use to quantify. Like, if they say gender, where you put male or female is called data. You understand? So data can be as simple as that, because most people get confused when they hear data. They'll feel it's something like high level. It's as easy as when you have your one, your two, your three, your four, or when you have your name. Like, for me, my name is Obasi David. That's data. For gender space, I'm a male. That's data. You understand? Maybe you pay for a service, or you pay for a product. That money you put in, it's being recorded in, maybe, or on Excel sheets. That's data. So data is everywhere. Data is everywhere. And if you notice, in today, I've already started the introduction. If you, just like I prepared on the slide here, let me just read and I'll explain. In today's data-driven world, the role of a data analyst is increasingly crucial across various industry. Trust me, most businesses right now need their data to be analyzed. That's why you see this increase sought after data analysts. This one, because for me, if anything you talk about data, you need a data analyst before you even talk about the data engineer guys, the data scientists. It all starts from being a data analyst. For me, I see data analyst as the springboard for you to scale to being a data engineer, a data scientist, a business intelligence, a business data analyst. It has a broad career path. But for me, the best and the easiest way to strive as a tech guy in the data space is starting as a data analyst. Please, if I'm too fast, you can just call my attention, and also you can ask questions along the line. Just like I said earlier, I would like it to be a very interactive class. You understand? So, from what I just explained, data, being a data analyst, and what you're actually doing, which is the data analysis, is basically to structure a data, or per se clean a data, analyze it, then visualize it. Just like in my previous place of work, our motto there is we help your data sing, meaning would help clean your data, structure it, then put it into a pictorial form, put it into a visual form, because most people understand better if they see if they see things virtually. You know, if you have your data still scattered, no one would be really interested in it, but they will be more interested if your data is in a virtual form, is in a pictorial form, and that would make it more easier for stakeholders, for CEOs, for executives to be able to draw insight from whatsoever you've come up with. Then that would help them also to make their business decisions. Okay, so let me quickly go into the importance of this data and data analyst and the analysis as well. The importance of preparing for a data analyst role lies in the demand for the profession who can navigate, analyze, and interpret data effectively. Just like I said earlier, um, before you actually prepare, or in the journey of preparing yourself for a data analyst role, you should be able to be ask yourself question why things are the way they are. You should have that curiosity of asking yourself these three whys: what, why, and when. They are very, very, as simple as they may sound, they are very, very important in your data journey. Trust me, because you should be able to ask what happened. What happened in maybe in this business last week or last month? Then why did it happen? Then when? That means, is it possible for it to happen in the nearest future? You understand that these three whys make you to be very, very curious, and it will help you, it will drive you in your journey of your data, being a data analyst. You understand? So let me just give it the pause here, then welcome a question before, one or two questions before I move to the next slide, please. Yeah, I'm taking your questions, please. Hello.
Yeah, David, we can hear you. Sorry,
Okay,
just
yeah,
to
please.
stop you for a few seconds, David. Sorry.
Okay,
Guys, if we
okay,
have any question that I dropped in the chat box, if we have any questions, please just do well to send them in into the chat box, right? Or you raise your hand so that when it's time for the Q&A, we take it all up together so that we do not interrupt the speaker,
okay,
right?
okay, okay,
Yes,
okay. So that means like heads up for me to move.
yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
And
So let me move to the
everyone should be
second
aware.
slide. Okay. So you can just write down your question so that we can take it up from there. Thanks. So on the second slide is the highlight of the essential skills for a data analyst, which are listed in no particular order, actually. Just like the first item here, the analytical skill, just like I mentioned earlier, you can see the what, why, and when. But just like, okay, how do I put it? I'm trying to strike that balance between you preparing for your data analyst role and also getting ready for your, what was it called, your interview. Like for your interview, you have to be very confident, because that's where will take you, like that's what will give you your first step to any organization. Then before you get the offer letter and you start working with any organization, first of all, you have to have these analytical skills. E.g., there are a whole lot, but for me this is very important: identifying the problem during your interview. Maybe, okay, before, while you are preparing, maybe you won't have the opportunity to um identify the problem of maybe a data set you're working with. But during your interview, you should be able to have a story around asking the interviewer what that problem they have in their business that they would like a data analyst to solve. That would give
David, I think
you.
your voice is from here.
Oh, it's breaking. Oh, so sorry. It's heavily raining in my area. I think that's the reason. But can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Just like I was saying, please, at any point, if you can't hear me, please just call my attention. So, just like I was saying earlier, you should be able to identify problems and you should be able to develop a deeper understanding of that same problem. Because for you to be able to
Audible
solve
or
a
no?
okay, for you to be able to solve a problem, you should be able to understand that problem. Trust me, if you don't understand a problem, it will be difficult for you to solve that problem. So that's part of the analytical skills that you should have. And the best way to identify and understand a problem that you're intending to solve is through the what, the why, and the when. The what, the why, and the when. Trust me, it's better you write that down because this what, why, and when goes a long way in the data analyst journey. You understand? Then, secondly, you have the data gathering, you have the cleaning, and you have the pre processing. For the data gathering, you can't function properly if you don't have data to work with as a data analyst. So once okay, even before you get a place in an organization, you can get data from, I don't know if you know Cargo. It's like a platform where you can get data across all across all industry. You can just google that site, Cargo, Kaggle. You get data from there. They are free, that you can play with, that you can analyze, get your hands dirty. Then they will give you like unstructured data, unclean data. For me, that's where it starts from, you know, because once you get that data, you start cleaning them, and cleaning them is basically maybe to change data type, to change spelling, column heading. Maybe if they are wrongly spelled, you spell them well. You change your null value. I don't want to really go deep in that. It just to give you a better understanding of what cleaning means, to make it better the way you picked them. You understand? That's basically data gathering, data cleaning, and also data transformation. You also transform data. It's just like changing data from A to B. You understand? So that's basically the word transformation. Please don't get overwhelmed with all those names. You understand? So, and thirdly, on the third item there, good use of Excel. Trust me, if you are new to the data space, I'll advise you start with Excel. The more you learn, the more you grow in confidence. It will be overwhelming if you start with, let's say, Power BI, or starting out with Python, with all those big tools. So for me, it's more friendly to use Excel. You start off with Excel, you start testing the water with Excel, you start doing your analysis with Excel. Trust me, Excel can do a whole lot. You can do your data gathering with Excel. You can do your data cleaning on Excel. You can do your data visualization on Excel as well. Trust me, till date, I still use Excel to analyze data and to do visualization, depending on the deliverable and depending on my target audience that I want to tell my story to. You understand? So it depends on what you want to do. But for me, if I'm meant to advise here, trust me, I would advise you to start with Excel. Then before you scale to using Power BI, SQL, Python, and all. Then for visualization, which is the third item here, just like I mentioned earlier, you can do your visualization with Excel, your Power BI, your Looker, your Tableau, and all. There are a whole lot, but I would suggest and I'll advise to start with Excel. Then before you move to Power BI, Looker, and all. Please, who is that? Can you mute your mic? Then also, and which is very, very important, is effective communication. Please, who is that? Can you mute your mic? Effective communication. It's very, very is very, very important. Very, very important because you should be able. Please, who is that? Can you mute your mic? Tosi, please, can you help me mute? I don't know our attendees mic. Yeah, thank you.
Hello?
Yeah, please, can you mute your mic?
Okay.
Yeah, please, thanks. If you have any question, maybe after the slide, you can just ask. Please, just write it down. Thanks. So for the effective communication, it's very important to be able to communicate clearly your analysis, your visualization to your client, to your audience. You need to be able to explain it to them as if they are 5-year-old children. You understand? If not, then there is no there is no communication. You should be able to explain to them, okay, this particular bucket of customers, they transact in so period with so value. This um particular customer in this bucket B, they are they do this particular thing. You should be able to interpret your data. You should be able to interpret your trends and patterns. Very, very important. You understand? Effective communication is key to being a successful data analyst. Then problem solving. You should be able to solve problems. You should be able to think outside the box. You should be able to be creative in solving problems, because at times, you know your boss could be stuck, and they'll just help us demystify this data, help us tell us a story with this data. You should be able to solve problem with data. You should be able to tell them, okay, this is the right decision to take for for us as a business. Understand? Very, very important to have that problem solving skills. And also, you should be attention to detail. Like, you should have this attention to detail skill, and you should be also conscious of time, like time management. You understand? Because if you miss a data, like if you're not if you're not attentive to detail, whatsoever presentation or visualization you're presenting to the board or to the executive would be skewed, would be altered, and you don't want to be in that shoe that you'll be presenting what's not accurate to your boss or to the executive or to your audience. Very, very important. This item I listed here is just a few of them. There are a whole lot, but I believe this, if you have this item listed here, it will really help you to becoming a successful data analyst. So let me move to the next slide. Okay, so in order to be a successful data analyst, and in tech generally, you need to learn continuously. You need to learn continuously, and the best way to learn continuously is online courses, attend webinars, like I mentioned earlier, attend workshop, physical ones, also conference. Just like I attended some of them. I think around October, the one they had in VI. I don't know. I stay in Lagos, so I normally attend them. You just need to keep learning. Season in, season out. You need to keep learning to keep yourself so relevant, to keep yourself open to the new trends in the industry. And the best way to be open to that and learn through that is through attending webinars, both physically and online, and also reading blogs online and research papers. Then this can never be overemphasized, which is the networking. Networking, just like we mentioned earlier, is attending industry events. You need to meet people, like you need to on and on social media. Just like on social media, there are some good heads in the tech industry that you need to follow. They drop both openings, trick and tips. There are a whole lot. And also you need to join professional groups, both on LinkedIn, on local meet and greets, on Twitter. There are a whole lot on Twitter. Trust me. As much as here, there are a whole lot information on Twitter, but you should have the ability to filter through Twitter to be able to get the right information. There are very, very important information on Twitter. Trust me. I think I got my first job on LinkedIn. I got I got my first job on LinkedIn, where I was given the opportunity to try out being a data analyst. Because one thing is to pitch yourself, to say you can do it. The other thing is when you're given the opportunity, can you deliver? You understand? And it's better to get prepared before getting the opportunity. That's the best way to you know be proud of yourself, because once you're prepared and you get that opportunity, you'll be able to deliver instead of getting the opportunity and not being prepared. You understand? So get prepared, and once the opportunity comes, you can just take it up. So that's basically it. So let me go to the last slide, I believe. Yes. So you keep hearing this portfolio, and build your portfolio, and people get a bit confused about it. Portfolio is basically to keep trying out projects and show and also save that project. No matter where you save it, you have different platforms where you can save your project. Whatsoever you worked on, no matter how small it is, no matter how awkward you feel it is. Trust me, no one is born a pro. You always learn from your first trial. Your first trial could be awkward. Yes, just save it somewhere. Save it somewhere and build from it. Trust me, your second step would always be better than your first. Your third step would always be better than your second. Your fourth will be always better than your third. So you just need to keep building, keep building, keep building, and from building you keep gathering confidence, and from gathering confidence you keep improving. You understand? So and once you're doing that, do well by saving all those. You can save the different platforms. I use GitHub. You can use I think there's one called Behance. You can use it, the whole lot. There's one Marvin Analytics. You can use that to build your.
David, I think your mic is muted. Not sure if you're aware of that. David, are you there?
I think David has left, so I can't even hear
I
him.
assume he has a network problem.
Yeah, I suppose so. Because one of the mics is muted, the other one is not muted. Let's just wait for him a few minutes, hoping to come back. All right, so while we wait for David, please, if you have questions, we can begin to drop them now in the chat box. I believe from his presentation, we're having questions. So you can begin to drop them so that as soon as he's done, I would usher us into the Q&A session, right? So please feel free to drop your questions already. And if you want to use the mic, please just raise your hand, right? When it's time, I would call us up one after the other for orderliness. Thank you very much. Right. I hope you are enjoying the session. Okay, so for those who joined us, while we wait for David, for those who joined after our speaker started talking, and then maybe you joined halfway, and then this is just like a recap, right? As you can see, the topic for today is how to prepare for a data analyst role, right? And David has been breaking it down for us, what to do, how to go, steps to take in preparing data and preparing yourself as a data analyst, right? He started by explaining what data is, who a data analyst is breaking it down that data isn't something all that big, right? That, maybe many of us have been having in mind that, oh, data is something that is not really simple. And David has been able to break it down, right? That anything can be data. Your name is an example of a data. Your gender is an example of a data. You are a male, that's a data. Your name is Emmanuel, that's a data, right? And he has been able to break it down to us. He was talking about how he got his first job. So I really want to encourage us that even the things he's saying that are not part of the things on the slide, maybe he's in his experience, sharing experience, please let's do well to also learn, because we learn in any way. Learning comes in any form, in any way. So I'm really do hoping that network permits him to join us quickly, right? Very soon. I wouldn't know if maybe I should just go on with something I wanted to discuss briefly after his session before we go into the Q&A, just so we buy time, right? Can you tell he starts? Can you tell he starts from networking? I didn't get that. I didn't get that question well. Henry SD. Do you mean I should tell him to start from networking? Please help me understand your question. Okay, so while we wait for David, let me just move on to what I wanted to talk about. Something briefly, brief rather, I wanted to share with us before the Q&A session, just so we buy time. So I know that from everything that um David has been saying, you might be thinking, okay, so what next? How do I move? Okay, I'm a data enthusiast. I don't even know how to start. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know where to go. Okay, so let me just quickly briefly share my screen, maybe 2 3 minutes whilst we wait for David. And once David gets back, we'll just continue, right? Can we hear me? Can we still hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Can we still hear me, guys?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Oh, awesome. Oh, okay, thank you, Nurudi. Okay, Henry, you mean you should recap from networking? Okay, when he gets back, I will tell him. All right. So what I wanted to just say, so you might have been thinking, what do I do from now? How do I go from here? Um, where do I start from? How do I get it started? So I just want to share something. I'll be sharing my screen very, very briefly. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Can we see my screen, guys?
Yes, we can. Yes, I can, rather.
All right. Thank
Yeah,
you
yeah, we
very
can.
much. All right, thanks, guys. Thank you very much. So you have been thinking, where do I start from? How to prepare for a data analyst role? Where do I learn all of these things, right? So, I as a person and at Jupiter Academy, we would say that you enroll in a certified training institution, right? A training institution that has access to training professionals, right? That would give you not just people that will just come and teach you, but people that actually understand the rudiments as to data analysis, that understand the principles, that will not let you embark on a trial and error journey, that would literally hold your hands, right, through the mistakes, through the journey, right, that would mentor you, that would instruct you, right, and also an institution that has cosmates that will provide you with opportunity to meet with people. If there's anything that has really, really helped me in my own journey, right, in my own career in life, it has been having people that I can always call accountability partners, that I can call classmates or cosmates, that we know we are on this journey together. They know what it feels to be on this table. I know what it feels for them to be on this table, right? And also an institution that knows what is working. I think I remember at the beginning, David was talking about understanding trends, right? You need to enroll with an institution that work with trend, not like they're giving you a prototype of or a sample of something that was used last year. No. And ultimately an institution that is certified, that is giving you an internationally recognized certification. I mean, the world is going global, and whatever it is you're paying for, using your hard-earned money for right now, should be something that can serve you. And this is where Jupiter Academy Data Analysis Mastery and Data Science Mastery comes in. And when you enroll for a Data Analysis Mastery class, what do you get to learn? What do you um what do you get to what do you get to what do you get to partake? What do you get to learn? What do you get to enjoy? Please permit me, I want to quickly stop the